अभी कुछ करो, डाइवर्ट करो अपने आप को, बिकॉज लाइक आई सेड राइट, मैं बहुत पास्ट में चली जाती थी, बट अब मैंने स्टॉप कर दिया है. सो बट एनीवेज, स्टार्ट रवनीत. बताओ.
मेरे में भी बहुत चेंजेस आई हैं यार, some good some bad, but yeah, because you keep evolving as a person. So I think the first always there's always a tragedy in your house, right? So when I lost my sister, I think that really hit me a lot. So because you're not ready for it. Like my dad, I was ready for it because he has been sick for 10 years. So you knew that. Like my mom is sick, so I know one day she's going to go, right? And Naniji but Raji, she's just a year elder to me. So that was a big shock. And yeah, so deep, I think I did go inside me. I didn't even know what was happening to me, so that was a major change in me. Yeah, I kind of got more grounded, like not take everything for granted. I was a big floater. I could adjust in every kind of company that you throw at me, no problems.
Yeah.
But now I just become very picky and choosy of my time and my needs, I guess. So that was a big change in me. And the other change that kind of impacted me was, I've always been an outward person, an extrovert, but I'm a one-on-one person. Like I can't conduct a stage. I'll freeze, and for the longest time, I would not admit that to myself also. But then when I started taking my Hindi classes, that was the time I started working on it and started, because you had to first of all conduct a class, no matter what, and then parents used to sit in my class, and each parent has an opinion. So slowly and gradually, you start working on yourself. And today also, I will not be able to speak in front of a big public thing, if anybody tells me to impromptu, but I'll manage. I mean, it won't be something that, oh my God, I'm drowning.
Yeah.
So that's another, it's in a positive way, in a good way, Another change is, that I have stopped being a floater. I have really gone, like, I introspect a lot now. Before I never used to. I mean, it used to come to me. It is a very natural part of me, but I would not pay attention to it. Now I pay attention to it. And the only the thing that I have not liked about myself is that I have not yet reached, I'm not seriously, I'm working, but not seriously working towards my potential, because I do know that I have my potential is, if it is here, I'm here, so that's another thing, but I'm working on it and come a long way. But yeah, there are a lot of things that I can still improve. So the process is in the improvement.
But you are getting there, right?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
You're working on it. You're at least working on it.
Yeah.
So if you work on it, you will get there.
Yeah.
So yes, so that's the major thing. To feel one thing, but to start implementing it is another.
Yeah.
And if until you don't see the change,
Yeah. So for me, it was never like that I wanted to be so financially, that I have to reach financially somewhere. But I just want to, whatever is within me or with me or inside me, I want to live to that potential. it's not that, okay, I have to hold, I have to earn this much money, or I have to bring this, this is what my target should be. That was never my, this thing.
I know.
Yeah, but, yeah.
But how do you feel?
I feel frustrated most of the time these days, frankly speaking. But then I guess because we are so cooped up.
That's your hormones kicking in too. So
Yeah, hormones are kicking in, and helplessness of not being able to do, you know, there was a lot of things pipelined in this year, you know, so all of them have kind of become a backbencher right now. And don't see any opening right now, but just show patience, I guess. And yeah, and lot of, and I'm learning, I'm still learning. I used to be able to do that, and then in the middle I just let it off. How should I put it? That don't be volatile. Sometimes I'm very volatile, you know. So I try not to be that. I try to just let it be, and then course correct itself. And if it doesn't, then talk. Then say something. See, for me, talking is very important. I like doing that. But I kind of don't jump to it too often. I do, but not, I don't know. Kriti might disagree with me because उसके साथ तो मेरी बड़ी होती रहती है. But I've been trying pretty hard on that also. Consciously working on it. I never worked consciously on it. But now I'm working very consciously on it. So I hope I'll get results on that too.
But why do you think you wanted to, is this something that actually wanted to change? Like, why a shift is needed in that part of your personality? Like,
why change that part of the personality is because initially it was never, I was never like that. Then it became a part of me. I don't know how, you know, it kind of crept maybe, and then I've never liked that in me, frankly speaking. So if I don't like something in me, I think it's better to change it. And one can change because it was not there initially. When I was in college, it was never a part of my personality. Never ever.
Right.
Yeah. Then I don't know at what stage it became a part of my personality, and I don't like that at all. And yeah, so but yeah,
That's nice.
because sometimes you don't think, you're so busy in whatever you're doing, you're letting bad habits also creep in. Good habits you work consciously, but bad habits just keep coming in, and you don't kind of question them, why they're coming to you, why this is happening to you. But once you start questioning it, then you start rectifying it. So, and the one thing that's helped me is keeping a journal. I put points down and I compare it. I just put whatever I'm feeling down and let it be down. I used to do that a lot. Then for almost 10 years, I didn't do it. Since the time of Anki, I stopped doing it.
So writing journal every day?
Not every day. Only when I'm in a messy mood. Happy journals never happen. Only messy journals happen.
I know. That's what the journal is for.
Happy journals always happen here, and then messy one.
Yeah, then you scribble and you get it out of your system, and then you says, why am I? Because sometimes you're not even facing yourself as to why you're feeling like that. Because see, there are many layers to your feelings. So you have to, once you start writing down, then you have to admit to the last down core feeling that, okay, why am I feeling this? You know, what is it? What's triggering this off? Low self-image, or not confident in yourself, or jealousy, or insecurity. So these are the couple of things that are there, you know. So just you gotta admit that to yourself, and then from there, then you can work on it. Why even go there? What's the point? You know, then you start working on yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, and life's experiences teaches you a lot, man. I know.
Yes, yes.
Good times don't teach you much, but adversities teach you a lot. That I know. Good times का क्या होता है कि you become a good times में you become a floater. I mean, at least I become a floater.
What teaches? What teaches lot?
Adversities. When you have tough times in your life, you definitely learn a lot.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you have like even Steven pace life, then I become a floater. That's it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
90% of the people are like that. But there are only 10% people who can be even very humble and they keep on to their tracks even in the good times, you know.
Yes.
So
True. But you know, once we learn that, we don't. We stick to that self even in our good times after that.
yeah,
Now we have reached that space that we
Yes.
hopefully
Yes.
will not go
We
back
have.
to what it
And
was.
we're
know we
getting
have
there.
Because we are not change, we are not, the situations are not changing. It is the change that we want in ourselves.
Yeah.
If you're pushed because of the situation, you're acting or reacting to a situation, then your chances of going back to where you were when the situation changes, you'll go back to where you started. But if irrespective of whether you're in good time or bad time, these are the changes that you want as an individual, the chances that you're going to stick to it, because
These are long-term, permanent changes. You know.
Yeah, because
Especially
we're
at the
making them
age.
now because we're making them at a very conscious level.
yes, absolutely.
That's the thing, because they're not happening to us all of a sudden. Your changes or no, we know what's happening to us and we're trying to analyze it and we're saying, okay, no, this is working for me. I need to stick to it. You
It's
know,
not a
and we
reality, right? It's not, we are not, I think that's what, one thing that,
Okay, guys.
gotta
Guys.
go.
No, give me 5 minutes. The CPK has a very limited menu, so they have to decide. I'll just help them decide. I'll be back in
okay,
5 minutes. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
no worries.